Holy shit, you can hear us now.
Let's go.
Whoa, what a revelation.
That's pretty freaking wild, isn't that weird and strange?
It's so strange. Oh yeah, I should turn the game audio down just a bit.
That back
and
to
then,
normally.
holy shit, now you can see the game potentially.
Let's freaking
once
go.
it actually plays. Yes.
Okay, yeah, so, as was stated before the break, we're going to be playing some Bionicle Heroes.
Yes.
I hope that is the name of the game, right?
Yeah, if you see a black screen, it should show up soon, hopefully.
With any luck. We can only pray, though. It has been a wild ride this night.
Yeah, let me check. Okay, yeah, you should be able to see it now. Anyway, so, this is a game I've played many times, unfortunately.
Is this the one I played a little bit?
You played a little bit of the first level, yes.
Okay, yeah, so I have a basic idea. I had a book that had the green guy on the cover of it.
The green guy?
Yeah, the one of these, the...
Oh, the Zactan?
Zok.
No, it's Zactan.
Grambo. Yeah, that one. That one, I had a book with him on the cover on it.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's okay, you're not missing much yet. I'm just gonna watch through the opening cutscenes. You know, because there's some lore.
There's lore, you're right.
There's so much lore. Look at all this lore right here. The lore is the Paraka killed Traveler's Tales, now they're dead.
Oh, that's a shame.
This was the last Traveler's Tales game.
That's not true. I was actually going to say that's true, and I messed it up. And actually told the truth. I didn't mean
You absolute fool.
I don't know how I messed that up that bad that I told the truth. How it went so wrong. But it did.
Whoa.
Well, this is something.
What are you? Are you our savior?
What are you? Indeed. Disgusting.
Yeah, we gotta find out what you are.
He moves around like a goblin.
It's a fucking goblin.
What is this horrifying? What is this storm?
Creatures they are. But they've gotten hold of the mask of life. That mask has strange powers. And
This is the perfect replacement for Dark Souls. It's just got just as much lore, you know?
Are the strange powers not?
all kinds
What?
of strange, spiteful creatures.
They have strange powers.
Why is it called the Mask of Strange Powers then?
Oh no, they have strange powers.
Oh.
The Paraka, they're looking for the Mask of Life. The Mask of Life does have strange powers though. We'll get to that.
Peace.
Look at this thing.
Use the powers that the masks will grant you to save Boyanui.
Okay.
So everything he just explained is totally false and not canonical at all. This game breaks canon a lot, and it annoys me
Nice.
on many levels. Also, this loading screen says, "Please be patient."
Neat.
All right,
Nice little tidbit that no one would understand ever.
except me, who can read Matoran text a little bit. I mostly make inferences. Anyway, so to start off today, before we get into this,
It's nighttime. Go on though.
before we get into the actual game, let's start with the Bionicle Mask of the day.
Wow. We're going there.
So this is the Kanohi Hao, our first mask for today. It is the mask of shielding, and it protects the wearer from harm by means of a force field, sort of. It is obviously worn by Jaller, right here. It is worn by Tapu.
Jaller wears it as well?
Jaller does wear it, but only when he's a Matoran like this.
Wait, he's supposed to look like that?
What, this? With Jaller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a little dwarf one you made as a joke.
No! Those are all supposed to look like that.
Those are canonical? I had no idea.
It's also worn by Taku Nuva, as you can see with the
That's
Nuva
a different
variant.
mask.
It is a different mask, but it's the same mask.
What? But what?
It's also worn by Makuta when he is a Tahunga.
Makuta Tamada.
He wears the infected Hao. It's also worn again by Taku Nuva when he gets infected.
Infected with what?
I'll get to that.
The flu?
It's worn by Toli Khan. We don't need to talk about him. Toa Lee Khan.
Toa Lee Khan?
It's also worn by
They have Khanates?
Tahu Mystica.
They have Khanates? What is the governing systems?
There's lots of governing systems.
Is it
By which there,
tribes?
I mean, there's just
Tribals?
tribes. There's just tribes.
Monarchies, republics,
Anyway,
Khanates, Sardoms,
I said Makuta.
Makuta Matata.
Wait, Muwaka? Oh yeah, the Muwaka does have it, and the Kane Ra doesn't has a different mask.
No one asked you.
Anyway, we'll talk about Rai. First,
You're right.
let's make a
Over
save file.
More than 100% completion.
Yeah, you know,
Well over.
greater than 100%.
Oh god.
All right, so let's actually get into the game.
Now it should be mentioned, this was the second second Lego game, correct?
By Traveler's Tales.
Yeah. But it was the second Lego game by Traveler's Tales, who made
Yes.
most of the Lego games.
Yes, they made Lego Star Wars 1, the video game. Then they made Bionicle Heroes, and then they made Lego Star Wars 2.
And so on and so on. They made many others. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Because this game is very different from most Lego games, as you can see.
It has some similarities, but we'll get
It's
into
a first-person shooter.
third-person shooter.
Third-person
It was
shooter.
it was originally intended to be a first-person shooter in the early parts of the game, in the early development of the game. But it was later changed so that it would to a third-person shooter because a lot of first-person shooters were getting M ratings at the time, and they didn't want a Lego game with an M rating.
I like the idea of a third-person shooter, where it's a game where you have to court and be like, oh, I am a suitor.
Yeah.
And it's a third person though, so it's not immersive. It's a good idea. I like the core that it's just dumb is what I should say. I like it because it doesn't work and is bad. But also, if you'll notice, the different masks cause different things. Not only does the Bionicle change very aggressively, he has different gun lasers, and they all have like different cooldowns.
Or she, if you're playing as Holly, because all
Holly?
her name is Holly, spelled
What are you talking about?
H-A-H-L-I.
Toa Kapaka, Holly, Grungadon,
You know, there's Toa Lee Khan, Toa Tahu, Toa Kongu, Toa. Yeah, this is Kongu right here. It's Toa Kuki.
Also, can you go back to Kongu?
Yeah, Kongu.
Why does he have like scales on the back of his head? Why does
He's
he
wearing
have scales?
He's wearing the Stiletto, which is a mask that has scales on it for some fucking reason. The Stiletto.
I'm looking up at the Bionicles you have up there. I don't recognize it.
He's not in my room right now.
Does he normally have, does the actual one have scales on it?
The actual one does have scales on it.
Why? That looks so weird and out of place.
You see, the thing is with this, with 2007, is their masks are supposed to look strange and weird because they are technically organic masks that were given to them
Go on.
by a great being known as Karzani when they were on the island of Karzani. But we'll talk about Karzani later.
For now, we should explain hero mode.
Oh yes, hero mode is a dumb mechanic for stupid idiots,
Yeah.
and I hate it, and it's the worst thing about this game.
Yeah.
So how it works is, you know, a true hero, right? In the Lego games, you get a certain number of studs, and then you get the thing.
Yeah.
In this game, it's a necessary game mechanic. You need to get it in order to progress most of the time. Once you get a certain amount of stud equivalent, the little technic bits, you will become invulnerable to all attacks and more powerful. And it is infuriating.
Uniquely more powerful.
And also it
yeah.
changes the background music, which is my favorite thing about this game, is the soundtrack. It's really good. Yeah. Except this one song, because you have to hear it every fucking time, every 5 seconds. It's so dumb.
So yeah, it's a...
I love this game. It's really good. It's really fun.
I'm glad.
I love the sound design, the graphics. It's all really satisfying to look at. The gameplay is the worst. is the worst.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
not good. Like, everything about this game, I love except for the gameplay.
I played through almost the first level because it was kind of bad. I was enthralled by
The first level's easily the worst one.
it.
Or
Yeah,
one of the worst ones, at least.
I was sort of enthralled by it, but I do like things that are bad, especially when I'm in the company of others.
Yeah.
It's just like let's watch a bad movie, let's play a bad game, let's do it. This is fun. And people like, let's stop doing it. Like, let's keep going. This is fun. Yeah. I don't know why I get like that, but I totally do.
Yeah, anyway.
I like chaos, except it's very predictable chaos.
So, the main crux of the series is I'm going to explain some Bionicle lore to you.
I expected that.
Yes, so I wanted to start in chronological order, because I think that makes the most sense.
Does it?
To start from, the simple beginnings.
Are there simple beginnings to
Very
start
simple.
from, though?
There are actually very simple beginnings to start from. So,
I didn't expect that.
So yeah, starts out. The story starts out where on this island.
By the way, turret segment.
Oh yeah, turret segment.
Mm-hmm.
Holly is the best.
That's Holly?
This is Holly. Yes.
Oh, you learn something new every day?
Yeah, she is the greatest long-range character in the game, better than Matoro, the sniper character, who shouldn't even be a sniper because Kuki is the one with the mask of accuracy. It makes no fucking sense.
Kooky?
Huki.
Kooky, okay.
Hewkii. It took me a while to figure out how to spell that because there's a lot of silent H's and double vowels in Bionicle spellings, and I know that specifically infuriates you. I think it's very funny though.
It is. I have my gripes with the English language and how it's put together.
Yeah.
And this game takes full advantage of its
Yeah.
failings.
So basically, the optimal way to play this game is to only play as Kongu because he's the best one. When you're in the turret segments, you only play as Holly because she can snipe the longest. And when you're in boss fights, you only play as Naparu because he has bombs and they're very strong.
Ooh.
Once you upgrade them, at least. And they have enormous hitboxes.
So apparently there's upgrades in this game.
There's an upgrade system, and it's stupid because it makes the game easier.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm sorry to hear that. Until I heard it makes the game easier, I was like, okay, so it's not just a bad thing. It's not just a failing.
Yeah. So anyway, the story starts on Mononui, the island of Mononui, named after the great spirit Mononui, who is basically God in the context of Bionicle lore.
Mm-hmm. That's also something I hate. Naming an island like King George Island.
Oh yeah, that's really.
That is annoying. But go on.
Yeah. And so on this island there live Matoran, who are these little beings, little men, like Jala right here. He's a little guy.
He's a little man.
He's a little man.
Little dude.
They are the inhabitants of this island, and they're governed over by the 6 Raga, which are like these sort of elders that live in the tribes.
6 is not part of the name. Gotcha.
No, the 6 Raga.
Okay, there's 6 of them.
There's 6 of them. There's 6 of everything.
Gotcha.
This is just a rule that there's always 6 of everything because that's the equivalent element.
Fate happens in 6s in
Yeah.
this world.
So the 6 elements are fire, water, air, ice, stone, and earth. The distinction between stone and earth has confused many for years, and no one will ever understand it.
There's weirder blend in, I guess, than when it comes to like sand.
It's more like it's more like the deserty areas are more associated with stone.
It should be, yeah.
Yeah, they are. And then the underground areas are like the earthy areas.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I should probably say like the names of all of the areas. There's like, or is it Wahi is the area, and then Koro is the town. Yeah. So each there's like 6 sort of districts of the island, but there's just sort of like they're not really districts. They're just sort of areas that are like wild. There's
any civilized areas?
Yeah, there are civilized areas.
Are there 6 of them?
Yes, there are 6 of them in each of these areas. So there's Tawahi, which is the fire area. It's sort of like a burnt foresty area that's near a volcano. Mm-hmm. The volcano is sort of like the central part of the island. and a lot of shit goes down there sometimes. Not in Mononui, but in Voronui, there's a lot of shit that goes down on the
I
volcano.
understand that statement. Yes. Go on.
But yes, this island is Voronui, by the way, the one that we're on right now. So there's also Gawahi, which is the water area. Oh right, I need a part. Where is
There's
it?
Ahegao.
There's Ahegao, which is the area where you make funny faces when you orgasm.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's my favorite island.
Yeah. The
Where
best
the fuck is he?
Bionicle.
Where's Paru? Shit.
Then there's Oahu.
Then there's Liwahi, which is it's like a jungly forest area. And then there's Kauai, which is just a big mountain range. It's all it is. Oh, I actually can't get it.
Question, is there any benefit to getting multiple of the same mask if you already have it?
If you have a mask, it will once you get a mask, it will replenish all your health. And will also switch you to that character.
Okay. Fair enough. No real
We'll get to the 7th Toa later. I'll talk about that.
Okay. I'll take your word for that.
But yeah, anyway. There's also Kauai, which is the desert, and then there's I forget the Earth.
I thought there's the mountains.
No, the mountains are this ice area. What's the Earth area? I forget what it's called. Onuahi? That's probably it. But yeah, it's underground, and then like just replace the first like few letters of those with replace Wahi with in all of those with Koro, and then you just have all the town names in each of those areas. Because I don't want to list all those again, because I kept getting distracted by things.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. It's okay. It's good.
But yeah. So suddenly one day, this evil entity known as Makuta, he's like, you know what? Yes, I make this joke constantly.
Damn it! I thought I was so unique and original, even though I already made the joke twice.
But yes, so Makuta is sort of the embodiment of like evil and shadows, and all that is against Madanui and his people.
What's wrong with shadows? Faker. I think you're the faker.
Yeah, they say bad words and shoot guns. That's what's wrong with them.
They can't do that.
So the Makuta decides to create these. Oh, he doesn't create them, but so there are these beings known as Rahi.
Yes.
They're basically just like sort of monstrous. They're like monsters, sort of, but also like animals. They're like animals and monsters, but the same thing. They're just animals or monsters, whichever the story wants them to be.
Let's just stop for a moment.
Yes.
And then take a break from the lore. I just want to say one thing. This is totally going to be like the Yvain.
Oh my god.
It's going to be such a horrible, like, your mind is going to like crumble in a little bit. But let's explain this guy that we're currently fighting a second. Because at the start of the battle, Bluicus shoved a leech in his mouth.
Yes.
And then he came to life.
Yes. I'll explain that later.
Dang it.
When we get to that.
Okay, then fine.
That is actually there's actually like pretty soon after what. So anyway.
Well, also let's talk about the gameplay segment.
Oh yeah, the gameplay is you literally just shoot these guys until you have hero mode, and then you do damage to the boss. It's really dumb.
I couldn't figure out what to do.
It's really unintuitive. I couldn't figure this out as a kid either.
It's really dumb. And it's exactly what I was mad about the hero thing, is that this is how you beat the boss. You shoot enemies to build up your hero mode, and then you just do a thing.
Yes, and that's how you beat the bosses.
Yeah. If you don't do
Aside
that,
from a couple exceptions.
You cannot touch this boss, you cannot hurt him if you don't build the bridge.
Yeah. It's really
dumb.
And the game doesn't explain it at all.
Yes, it did not. I had no idea when I was trying to play this. I was like, I was really...
Well, no, you can pay for the tutorials if you have money, but you don't have money when you first start off the game, so you can't know what...
When are you going to need a tutorial after this point, though?
You can buy all the tutorials for like 100 studs each. It's really dumb. don't need them. They're all the most obvious shit. It's like press A to shoot your gun, and that's all they say. It's like, why? How do you figure that out?
Wait a minute. Okay, there's at will. Do you want the sound louder or quieter? There's a conflict of interest, and I can't
turn it down.
I can't handle it. It says sound needs
It's
to be
probably
louder.
very loud.
The game needs to be turned down, fucker. Does it need to be louder or quieter?
I turned the audio down. Is this better? Oh, let me turn this down also. Oh fuck, now I can't hear it.
It's just dead.
It's just gone. It's just gone.
What was once beautiful is now nothing in the wind.
I still can barely hear it. Fuck. At least I can hear it, kind of.
At least, yeah.
But hopefully there's no echo now. Oh fuck. Damn it. You see, so once you've actually arrived at the boss,
Yes.
you then have to just wait for their shield to, you just have to fight them until their shield is down, and then you can damage them.
Oh yeah, and when you lose a person, you just lose the mask and go back to just one of the other guys you have in stock.
Yeah, so
with
you,
full health.
Yeah, so then you just walk back to somewhere else where they have that mask, and now, well, all the challenge is gone now.
Fun.
So you always switch to someone who has a mask, and you fuck it. There we go.
Kill him.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oops.
Now I'm confused. He did that He lived fine without it. He was like standing up fine without that.
The cutscenes never make sense. They never make sense.
I can't. I believe. Look at that guy. He looks evil.
No, he's a good guy.
He looks really evil though.
He's a mask of telepathy. He can know what you're thinking.
He still looks evil, and that's a power that sounds like he's going to betray them.
No.
It sounds like it. I'm just saying.
Only 1 silver canister. 0 gold. Right, I guess it is the first character.
New character.
Gurok. Blue! Oh. That was terrible.
Is blue bad?
Blue is the worst rank you can get. There's like blue, bronze, silver, and then gold.
Is it studs or
It's
speed?
purely studs.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
really dumb.
Well, you can't get all the stuff.
So
you don't
now
have
we've
all the
unlocked
masks.
2 more areas that we can go to, but I'm gonna finish Exotic's coastline first.
Finish
because-
what you started.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, finish what I started, but oh, wait, before I do that, let me go buy some upgrades.
That's a good idea. I don't know why I didn't pull out a water bottle before.
Don't pull out. It's not a good method.
I'm gonna pull out of the Middle East, just like the United States.
Wow, I can buy things now. Shut up.
And then have to push back in.
No, not jolly. I just want to park.
That's right. We're getting freaking into geopolitics here. You didn't expect it, but it's happening. What is going on?
I'm upgrading him. Now he has a better weapon that will do a lot of damage.
Really goofy looking weapon though.
Alright, let me upgrade him also.
Arrow slicer.
Ah, shit. Well, at least he does a little more damage. But he still doesn't have his upgraded weapon.
slicer.
Anyway, so now that we have that, let's go back into level. Let me continue explaining some
You
lore.
now have 6 masks.
Oh yeah, now I have all 6 of them.
You had 5 before. Who was missing?
It was just Naparu, the one, like, the second most useful one.
Which one's Nabaru though?
This one.
Okay, gotcha.
He explodes. He doesn't explode.
I was gonna say that's not a very useful mask.
He makes other people explode.
That's mean.
But yeah, so Makuta, right? He's like a real evil dude, and he hates Mananui. So he's like, you know what? Fuck all these Matoran guys who worship Mananui. I'm gonna make all the Rahi evil by giving them infected masks.
Worship. Let's take a step back. Worship. I now see that there's gods, or God.
He's basically God.
Are there many gods?
There are more.
Okay. Are they the people? Are they all? Is it gods that are worshipped, or is other things worshipped?
No, there's other gods.
No, is there things other than gods that are worshipped, like an evil thingamabob?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, you can keep going now.
But yeah, so Makuta's like, alright, I'm gonna give all these Rahi infected masks that will make them evil and attack all the Matoran.
Yeah.
So, what happens is 6 Toa wash up on some of the beaches of Mananui.
Toa Nui.
Toa Nui? What?
I don't know. I'm just saying things.
So, the 6 of them are Toa Tahu, the Toa of Fire, Toa Gali, the Toa of Water, Toa.
I thought Toa Nui was a thing, though, isn't it?
No, there's Toa Nuva.
Toa Nuva.
There's also Toa Liwa, the Toa of air. And then there's Toa. Why? Toa Kopaka, the Toa of ice. And then.
Kopaka?
Yes,
Yeah,
Kopaka.
Kopaka.
And then Toa Pohatu, my favorite, the Toa of stone. And then Onua, the Toa of earth.
I feel like you listed way more than 6 there.
It felt like it because I took so long, but
I thought you went over 6 and then did like 2 or 3 more.
yeah.
That was confusing. Also, just a question. Is this the last Bionicle game they made?
Yeah, I think so.
I just want to know if there's
They didn't
one
make
that has
any other
Gadonka.
Bionicle games after this.
I just want to know if one that has Gadonka. I like Gadonka.
I'll get to Takua. Oh my god.
No, I'm just like, is there a game that has it? That's all I'm trying to say. Or will ask, not even say. But go on.
Oh yeah, Takua isn't the Toa. It's Toa. Takanuva's the Toa.
Oh,
But well,
okay, cool.
because for some reason, they gain words in their names when they become Toa. Sometimes, only sometimes.
Sure. What's it mean to become Toa?
There's.
What does that mean?
I'll get to that.
Great. I'm glad.
So, the 6 Toa show up, right? And they've got their masks, and they all do different things. I explained Tahu's mask earlier, the Kanohi Hao, the mask of shielding. Kanohi just means mask, just so you know.
Okay.
So if I say Kanohi, I'm just talking about a mask.
That's not going to process, but nothing has, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Go on.
So the Toa are like, okay, we gotta beat all these Rahi. Let's collect all the masks. So they all collect all the masks.
Uh-huh.
And
That
then
was
they,
easy.
And then they beat all the Rahi except for the Manus crabs, which are the most powerful of all the Rahi.
They're crabs?
They're big crabs.
What? Those are the most powerful? What are Rahi? Are those animals?
Well, they're...
What the heck is this thing? Yeah, it's like that Pokemon. It's a legendary, but it's weird.
Oh yeah, it does kind of look like Heatran.
There we go. That's what I was thinking of.
But yeah,
It's one like
so
two
in order to defeat the Manus crabs, the Toa all combine into these things known as Toa Kaita, which is just a combination of several Toa.
What do you mean combination?
They combine. You see, you can take them apart and put them together into combiner sets when you have more than one of them.
That's generally the coolest thing, but it's too much. I can't handle it. That's the coolest thing, and that's awesome. And I was like, if I was a kid, I'd be like, I want to fuse these ones together and have them be friends.
Yeah,
and have them say, hey, how are you? Let's be combined. It's something I would want as a kid, but I can't handle this.
The
They
Toa
could just
Kaita do look
fuse.
very silly also, just so you know.
Dang it, that's sad.
There's nothing here I can use. That's depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they turn into Toa Kaita to beat the Manus crabs. There's multiple crabs.
Uh-huh.
There's at least 2 of them.
Ooh.
And so that's how the story of 2001 ends.
That's how it ends?
They beat the Manus crabs for turning into Toa
This
Kaita.
was just 2001?
That was just the first year.
You're kidding. Oh my god.
The first year is mostly just setting up later years by like telling the setting and explaining like all the.
I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe they had any plan. For
No,
the
they
future.
did not. They totally did not. They made everything up as they went along, and it very much shows.
Oh god, I can't handle all the names already. Do you know how many names you
I
said?
did not explain the 3 virtues, because they're not really relevant, honestly.
3 virtues.
So the 3 virtues are
Is there a basic religion type thing in this?
there's unity, duty, and destiny.
Unity?
Unity, duty, and destiny. Those are the 3 virtues. Those are what everyone abides by. It's, you know, it's what they do. It's their motto, you know.
Okay. Cool.
The laws of God. Yeah, that's what they are basically.
They abide by destiny?
Yeah, they follow their destiny.
Do they?
They unite, they do their duty, and they achieve their destiny.
Oh, okay, I guess maybe if they're given like.
Their destiny is to beat Makuta most of the time. All right, so it's been a few weeks since all the Rahi have been defeated, and all their infected masks have been taken out. Now these beings known as the Borak appear. They're these guys right here, right on cue.
I thought those were good guys.
No, the Borak.
Oh, those are the rolly guys.
Yeah, they
I had
roll up
one
in the
of those.
balls.
Oh, yay!
So yeah,
This is pleasant.
So yeah, the Borak swarms are unleashed on Mata Nui, and they just start wrecking shit.
From
they
where?
Just, I'll explain that.
Unleashed.
They just are unleashed. So they show up and they start destroying everything. They just like tearing down buildings, destroying rocks, tearing down rocks. Many rocks are destroyed, mostly.
That's a shame.
And also trees.
That's a shame for the rock golem.
Makuta unleashes them? Does he?
I don't know.
I never saw anything that explicitly stated that Makuta was the one that unleashed the Borak swarms. As far as I know, they were just unleashed.
So there wasn't an answer. You lied to me. You said you could explain that they were.
Well, no, I was going to explain where they were unleashed from.
Okay.
I need to do
I
this.
accept this. What? That's interactable? Oh, that was a boat.
Yeah.
I thought it was a rock.
Makuta's... He exists.
Who's Rock Duty?
Who's Rock Duty?
It was the Rock Dude. I was gonna be like Duderino or something, but I just said
God,
Duty.
wow, 10 a.m.
Why are you texting on stream?
I can't do that right now. I'll deal with that later. I was not prepared for this.
I was not
prepared to go to work at 10 a.m. tomorrow. This is very sudden. Bionicles. Oh, they're cool. So the Borak swarms, they're like too much for the Toa. They can't really deal with them very well.
God dang.
So they enlist the help of all the Matoran. They start creating these things called boxors to punch them.
Boxers?
They're like basically just big mechas that punch, that the Matoran ride.
They make big mechas?
Well, they're not big, but like they're large for a Matoran. Like imagine this guy riding a mecha. Like it's about this big.
Okay. Gotcha. Sure. Yes.
All right. Good night, Starhaven.
You're lucky.
Oh yeah, they're the mechas are also made out of spare Borak parts that they just find lying around from the few Borak that they are able to defeat.
Dead.
Who are dead. So in the several consecutive battles with the Borak, the Toa all eventually.
I just realized something.
What?
We've not been recording. We've only been streaming.
Oh my God, you're right. I'll have to fucking download VOD later. God damn it.
I just realized.
Oh no.
That. I was like looking at the thing. I was like, because I always check the time on the recording to know
Yeah.
how long this segment's been.
Yeah, you're right.
I was like,
I'm a fool.
let's say 00. Oh.
Something always has to go wrong.
Plenty of things have gone wrong tonight, though. This didn't have to happen.
This did not have to happen.
You know. Oh God. Well, it'll be dealt with in the
It'll be
future.
dealt with. I'll have to deal with that.
Needn't you worry. You can go back to your pal.
It's very hot in here. I'm only now realizing.
You want me to turn on the air conditioner?
Perhaps.
What's the volume?
Turn the bottom one to low cool, and then turn the top one to 6.
You gotcha.
Thank you. God.
We're cool tonight, baby.
Tonight. So anyway, in the consecutive battles with the Borak,
Yes.
the Toa eventually learned that they come from this nest, the Borak nest, which is underground. And in the nest are the Borak queens.
So what you're trying to say is this is like the dirt Bionicle. Like this is his. He should really freaking have dealt with this. He should better understand the actual dirt because that's kind of his thing. This is kind of his fault that it exists.
Yeah, it was basically Onua's fault.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he probably is the one who found them. I don't remember exactly.
He should have found them before.
Maybe. But anyway, but before our queens,
Wait, was this the end of the level?
that was the end of the level.
What?
The second level of every zone always has no boss. It never has boss. You just collect the Zamor Sphere and then you're done.
What? Okay, sure. A rock just fell in that guy's leg, I guess. That was good. Good job. You did it. You made a rock fall in his leg.
Yeah.
You've harmed an individual. He's now crippled. Except he put his leg back on.
Antidermis Sphere. Oh yeah, it is an Antidermis Sphere. You're right. It's not a Zamor Sphere.
Oh, cool. Oh, it's him again.
Yeah, Vizak has
Yeah.
shown up in all of these levels.
It's his face area, isn't it?
I don't know why Rudaka is here. She should be dead.
She.
Yes.
I have to ask, are those boobs then?
Yes.
Why?
She's Rudaka. Don't question her.
You know.
I hate her too.
Okay, good. I'm
She's
glad,
literally the worst.
I'm glad we can come together on this. I like the three masks you have. It's a nice
Yeah, the
Color
three
range.
useful masks.
It's a nice color range though, of like a dark blue, a dark green, and a black. It's just like it works well together. It's nice, okay? These are the ones I would fuse into a mega dude. I don't remember what the term was.
Toa Kaita.
Tokaita.
You didn't have to pronounce it like that.
I pronounced it goofily. It wasn't
Okay.
supposed to be racist.
But this level is always
It's
like
not
if
even
you...
Japanese, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah, so it's not racist.
Oh, that reminds me of the Bionicle lawsuit.
What part?
Oh my god. So, originally, for the first year of Bionicle, all of the Bionicle names were based off of this one country. Off of this one language from like this country off somewhere. I don't know where it is or what language it is. I don't remember.
That's really sad.
But
I was like, I probably know.
But the country sued Lego for the use of their words, specifically because of the Matoran. The Matoran were originally called Tahunga, and Tahunga is like a word in their language for like a really important like spiritual person, I think, something like that. And they were really offended that just the generic town people were called Tahunga,
That's fair.
which is
That is rude.
yeah, the Maori people.
Oh, New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah. Oh, New Zealand's an island. It's based on New Zealand. Bionicle is New Zealand.
Some random. I was like, oh, maybe like Telugu or something like Venati or something. Like one of those like weird like Polynesian or Polynesian or Micronesian or what's the other one?
Yeah, it makes sense because Bionicle is literally placed in New Zealand. Fuck.
It's New Zealand.
Yeah, it's New Zealand. So New Zealand sued Lego for the
Yes.
use of their language.
There are bigger people, so I can imagine that.
And a few
actually.
characters were also renamed because of this, by means of giving them more syllables in their name, or more letters in their name.
Uh-huh.
You know, silent H's and whatnot.
Oh yes. The good stuff.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what is that? It's awful. I hate it.
You'll be seeing this guy a
I
lot.
don't want to.
He's a very common one.
It's not pleasant at all.
Oh,
Whoa, is that foreshadowing? No, it's not. Never mind.
no, it's
Gameplay.
gameplay. Unfortunately.
I thought that was like some cool, like, ooh, look at that.
I mean, I am kind of just breezing through these areas, so
What
it's...
was Joller's previous name?
Oh, Jaller was previously called Jala, spelled J-A-L-A.
Joller is much better.
Yeah, Jaller is much better. Yeah, this is Jala, and this is Jaller. Hence why he looks different. Even though they're the same character.
That's the same character?
Yeah, this is Jaller
What
right here.
went wrong?
Jaller. This is Jaller. I'll
goes
explain eventually.
I'm sick and tired of it. I want there to be a teacher to just, when I ask a question, them to give me an answer I can handle. It's just like, oh, it'll make sense in the future. It's not gonna make sense in the future because I'm not gonna be able to I haven't picked. You haven't said a name that has clicked. You know how many names you said? I don't have a clue. I'm so lost. I need it. But go on, tell me more.
So, in the Borok nest,
Yes.
there exists these 6 of these giant mechs that the Toa can ride, called the Exo Toa.
Why are they there?
They just are.
But why?
I don't know.
Put them there?
I don't know.
Why don't they?
I literally don't know why the
aren't they
Exo Toa are exist.
Why aren't they used by the?
They don't even end up being that useful. But anyway, the Toa use them to fight the Borok Queens, who are basically just giant Borok, but are called a different thing that I don't remember.
Sure. I believe it.
Their names are Godok and Kalak and Godok, I think, something like that. I don't remember. But they defeat them. They defeat the Toa.
Oh, they defeat the Toa.
Yeah, they defeat the Toa,
Okay.
and the Toa are suddenly pulled into these protodermis
Sure.
pools.
I'm sure they are.
Yes.
I'm sure that happens.
Protodermis is basically water in this universe, but like holy water, but not really. It's weird. Oh yeah,
Sure.
the Exo Toa suits drain their elemental energy. That's why they were able to defeat them. That makes sense.
You know what they say? Thek collides the mighty, slayer of minotaurs, vanquisher of giants, killed by a scorpion.
Yes, that.
Whew. Oh, we're fighting a boss? We're not. Never mind.
We are.
We're
Well,
fighting
eventually.
a boss. That's not a boss. That's very dead. Okay. Oh, there's a skull, man.
Yeah, there's lots of like cool, like big statues of the, like of the various characters, of like all the bosses and stuff that you fight. I just like that detail. It's cool.
Yeah.
Although it is very lore confusing. I don't know why these statues are here or who made them. It's very strange.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know why. Something I've realized, a thing I do for comedic effect is I'll just say, yes. That's a very large life bar.
No, it's just I can't hit him very well. 'Cause
I'll
he's
just-
undercover of some sort. There we go.
It only works if I say it in person because I want to do it over text, where it's I say that to like state how ludicrous something I'm saying is. Like I'm justifying it to myself, but I'm saying it, so it makes
I think
me.
I do that sometimes
It breaks
too.
it sort of breaks the flow. It's like, oh, he clearly was just doing that. I do it as a joke though. But I can't if I'm like I want to do it over text, but then I'm like I just like do ... yes, and no one's gonna understand that because there's no flow to it. No one will understand like the slow and then yes, and it makes me sad because I don't remember what I was typing, but it was something. Oh, I think it was about when I was having a talk earlier in the Discord about how we were gonna rob a bank and all. Stuff like that. I wanted to end it with like, yes, just to exemplify how ludicrous it was. I was like, it doesn't work. I'm sad. She has a mirror. Now she doesn't. Never mind.
Yes.
I was like, it made me sad. Ooh, wait, can everyone walk up walls?
Only Deparu can walk on walls.
I
like
thought you
this.
had someone else who walked up walls a second ago.
No,
but
it's
that's
because he
fair.
claws. He has claws.
That does. Oh, okay.
It's not reflected in his model in game, but he does have claws IRL.
Why does he have claws?
He just does.
Okay, sure. Neat.
So the Toa fall into this protodermis,
Yes.
liquid protodermis, and protodermis is really complicated to explain, so I won't do it too much.
It's called protodermis, so I believe it.
But I mean, Toa are kind of like parts of them are made of protodermis, but like solid protodermis. But liquid protodermis is like, yeah, I guess holy water, like I said before. Anyway, so all the Toamata fall into it, after being defeated by the Borak Queens. And then they are turned into the Toa Nuva, which are the most powerful Toa to ever exist.
Okay.
The most powerful Toa to ever exist, the Toa Nuva.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a question. Are the movies canon?
The movies are canon.
Even the ones where it's really Americanized?
What do you mean, really Americanized?
I don't know. I just remember them being
There's
like...
4 movies, they're all canon.
I just remember watching one and they were like surfing and having a competition where they're like...
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not, like,
that's the
actually
first
surfing,
movie.
But they're like just like, we're rock surfing or something, or we kick rocks at each other.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's totally canon.
This feels really like fish out of water Americanized type nonsense.
No, that's all totally canon.
Jeez, cool.
If it's in the movies, it's canon. If it's anywhere but the books and the comics, it's canon. I mean, if it's anywhere but the books or the comics, it's not canon. The books, comics, or the movies are the only canon things.
Okay.
This game is very not canon. Hence why Rudaka is alive right now, and I'm fighting her for no reason.
She's supposed to be dead at this point?
She is supposed to be dead at this point in the story. She was killed like hundreds of years before this.
Sure. Okay.
What do you mean, no? Oh, yeah, there are the online games. Some of those are canon. Are the GBA games canon? What? I don't know. The canonicity of some of the games is questionable.
Canonical. Go on.
Canonicity. What was I saying? The Toa Nuva are the most powerful Toa to ever exist.
Yes, you're right.
Because their masks not only give them their normal powers, but also give everyone around them their powers.
Doesn't that make everyone else the most powerful thing that exists, not them?
No, it only works on all 6 of them.
Okay, never mind. Gotcha. That's... Sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. It does work on everyone else around them, including non-Toa.
Do you have to build the bird again?
I do have to build the bird again. I forgot. So you realize writings are technically part of the books, so I'm gonna count them as part of the books. Is she just... Okay. I really do not like this boss, specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Toa Nuva emerge from the Protodermis, and then the Borak Queens are like encased in like this seal created by the Toa Nuva somehow. I don't understand the interworkings of that at all.
Wait, they made the seal?
They made us. They create it through merging from the Protodermis. They create a seal
To protect them?
to seal the
Seal them
Borak
off.
Queens. So and then the swarms are then go back to sleep because the queens aren't like there
This is
anymore.
sad.
What, this?
You just executed her. This is weird.
Yes.
That's uncomfortable.
Yes.
That was, you just like had to like execute her.
Yes.
Just like, that was messed up. You know?
I hate that I can't see how long we've been going for.
Because
Oh, hey, there are a couple of Nuva masks.
why are they there?
You can collect masks,
But
collectibles in the game.
What did you do to collect them?
The gold canisters give you masks.
Oh, neat. I thought there were 5 gold canisters. Though.
There's 4 gold canisters in each level, and there's 5 silver canisters.
Sure, fair enough. I'll take it.
The silver canisters just give you an enemy to look at.
I don't know if we've even been going an hour because we went over with the last one and then we had the break, which I think might have like dragged on a little bit longer.
I have no
normal.
clue where we're at.
So I think we might be just short of an hour by like 10 minutes.
Thank you for whatever that means.
I'll take it as a compliment.
I think this person has just done. Oh, Right, this is another thing that I like about this
Ooh,
game.
what's another thing? Tell me about it.
So you can see, in most levels, you can see where the last level ended.
Yes, but what led to this? Rock
I don't
fall?
know.
That's not really explained.
No. The connections don't always make sense.
Okay.
But I think
well,
it's cool.
No, yeah, it was neat, but you know, they could have done a little bit more to explain why there was now a rock fall behind you and why there's a cave next to the top of a tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like Dark Souls 2. It's confusing on purpose.
You're right, yeah. It's a fantasy world, and the world's nonsensical layout embodies that. Wait a minute, we're just right into a boss fight?
Yeah. The fourth level is always just a boss fight with the Baraka of that area.
Oh, that makes sense. You're right. That does belong. Oh, can you just collect gold stud thingamajigs?
The gold ones?
Do they just go straight to the... Oh, everything goes to the meter. That's right. That's
straight
right.
to the meter.
Never mind. Ignore me.
As you can see, the blue ones are worth the most.
The blue... Thrilling gameplay, though.
Very thrilling. I don't have congos, so this is annoying.
I'm sorry to hear
I have
that.
to kill everything with Holly. Because she's the second, like, best at, like, dealing with single enemies. And there's not enough enemies to warrant a party right now.
Fair enough. Oh, look at that, man. Ooh, he's taken down. He's
Yeah.
dead. Nice.
So after the Toa Nuva defeat the Borak Queens
Yes.
by just sealing them somehow in a thing, these 6 new Borak show up called the Borak Kal.
From where? Why? How? Go on.
They show up. They just show up.
No.
I don't know where they show up from, honestly.
Fair enough.
They just show up.
Cool.
Oh no, they're like in a different chamber, sealed away, and they only show up when the Borak Queens are defeated, so that they can reawaken so that they can like save the Borak Queens and reawaken the Borak Swarm. Now, that is their purpose, functionally, in the story. And they have some of the most bullshit abilities ever.
Okay.
They're really overpowered for no reason. Like one of them has the power to control gravity,
What? That's a lot.
and there's a point in the story where Tahu leads an army of Borak to try and defeat him, and he just sends all the Borak into orbit.
Borak were bad.
Yes.
Wait, he sends his... He is a Borak.
Yeah.
Why is it... What? They're leading Borak?
He's like
No,
they'll be.
Wait, they're leading Borak?
They lead. So
How?
Taku manages to grab an army of Borak. I don't understand any of the mechanics of this. It just happens. Tahu leads an army of Borak to defeat one of the Borak Kal. And he just sends all the Borak into orbit, thinking like, oh yeah, they'll be fine in orbit. They won't do anything there. I'll bring them back down later.
Great plan.
Yeah.
Rain some asteroids down.
Oh, I have fucking hero mode. I'm stupid.
I was wondering why nothing was happening and being accomplished.
I just wondered that too.
What? Okay, never mind.
I crushed him.
I was wondering why he was only like a half. But then he was being crushed for some reason.
So all of the Borak Kal, before even interacting with any of the Toa Nuva,
Yes.
they steal all of the Nuva stones.
What are Nuva stones?
I don't know. They're just stones that are in each of the villages that somehow control the elemental powers of each of the Toa, and taking them from their pedestals makes it so that the Toa can no longer use their elemental powers.
Do the Borak have a similar thing? They should.
Oh yeah, I forgot to explain the Krana.
You did.
So every Borak, including the Borak Kal, have these things called Krana, which are sort of like they're like rubber masks that control whoever is wearing them.
What are you talking?
This actually happens to Liwa at one point.
A rubber mask?
Yeah, it's like a mask made of rubber.
Okay.
Well, not like
a weird
not
big
like
mask.
canonically made of rubber. They're living beings that look like masks. which is signified by them being made of rubber.
Okay.
And they control the Borak, and they latch on to Liwa and control him at one point.
Leela?
Liwa.
Liwa?
He's the toe of air.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Borak. Thank you for the Borak clarifications that I forgot to explain earlier. Yeah, so the Borak Kal, they take all the Nuva stones, and so
Yes.
that none of the Toa Nuva are able to use their elemental powers.
Yes.
So because of this, the Borak Kal defeat them, and then they're like, yeah, that was a warning shot, and then they leave. Then the Toa Nuva,
It's like that scene in every Dragon Ball Z fight.
Yeah.
Where the one person is like fighting the bad guy and is like, I'm gonna use all my most powerful attacks. He shoots a million things, and then it's like, there's a huge like dust cloud. He's like, he's dead. I'm gonna walk away now. I totally killed him. And then the guy's like, I didn't even block it. I'm just not damaged at all. I don't even have a scratch or like a dent or like a ash mark on me.
it's like that, except they willingly walked away, knowing that they were not like fully defeated.
Yeah.
And so later, when the Borak, so the Nuva cube is what was created that sealed the Borak queens away. I should have said that. And so the reason the Borak Kal are collecting all the Nuva stones is so that they can place them on the Nuva cube to remove the seal on the Borak queens.
Why did they put a removal seal on the seal for the Borak queens? Why did they put a seal that required the stones? Why did they do that? Why not have it be something that isn't the most important thing to them, that takes away their power or something? And why have it at all?
I don't know.
Go on.
I legitimately don't know. Everything about the Nuva cube confuses me endlessly.
on.
So,
Sorry.
so then when the Borak have gathered all the around the Nuva stone to the Nuva cube to put all the Nuva stones on it, all the Toa Nuva managed to find them. And then,
Sure they do.
and then Tahu is just like, oh yeah, I now have the Mask of Time. Let me slow down time so we can defeat the Borak Kal. It doesn't work.
The Mask of Time?
There's a Mask of Time. All it does is slow down time.
Where'd it come from?
It is apparently one of the most powerful masks, but all it does is slow down time, and it never amounts to much.
Where'd it come from?
He found it on the beach. This is literally canon. He just found it on the beach.
He's going for a jaunt, a nice long walk on the beach. No! And then just found one of the most powerful masks in existence that isn't really all that special, but it's still one of the most powerful. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
So slowing down the Boraks doesn't actually harm them at all, or do anything to them. It just
That makes
turns all their
sense.
Krana from gold to silver.
Krana?
Yeah, they're
Krana?
they're things that
You're right. You said
the living
Krana
things
before.
that control them.
I thought Katakana in my head, so you did say it. That makes sense.
Okay, that's why it was on the beach.
What's
yeah.
a Vakama?
I'll explain that later.
Thank you. Be that way. What about a Makuta?
Makuda's the evil man.
He is. Is he still evil? Is he alive?
He's very evil and always evil.
He's not dead yet?
He's not dead yet.
Okay,
he's
gotcha.
very not dead yet. They never even saw him in 2001.
Tis but a flesh wound. Oh, that was the freaking
what the-
execution shot.
There we go. Rip.
He was crushed to death under the weight of his own
Ego.
I was gonna say heel, but it's not his heel. It's just his thigh. Oh, this is here.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know?
So
yay!
yeah, there's all of the boss fights, all of the Paraka boss fights only have the 4 gold canisters.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Just one question. Mm-hmm. You've been unlocking other Bionicle corrects?
It doesn't unlock them as characters. It just unlocks their like bios. There are some exceptions to this though.
I hope so. That's a shame. If it...
Like you can. Okay, once you beat the Baraka, you can. Oh, I should have fucking did this the whole time. I'm stupid. Well, I mean, I need Holly now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, once you beat all the Baraka, you can use that Baraka in their area only. But you've already beaten the area at that point, so there's no point in doing that.
You gotta get the rest of the golds, I guess. What the heck is this?
This is Vizon and Fenrak. Vizon's the guy riding Fenrak.
It's awesome, I'll give it that. But why?
It'll make sense
It doesn't,
eventually. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why he's doing this. I can't access the other goodies here.
Does he have a cape?
He does have a cape.
Like a hair cape or something?
No, it's just tattered.
Does he have that in the actual Bionicle build?
Yeah, he does actually have a tattered cape.
Nice. What about can you build this guy?
I own this guy.
Not to scale.
Not to scale. He's much smaller in person.
He was very easily scared off.
What? Why did you do the action twice? That was strange.
I really couldn't tell you.
Now I can play as Vizak. Oh, this also unlocks the Baraka Park. I'll show you that later.
Oh, this is like where you tame the Baraka and you can feed them and make them go on races in Chow Garden.
Yeah, kinda. Now we unlock.
I had
there.
to explain it, or it would not have made sense. That guy, that face is a goofy looking face. Oh, that's a. Never mind. That guy took the cake.
Yeah, let's go to Thax Mountain first. Get this area out of the way.
Thok.
Thok.
Thok be gone.
Thok be gone. Be gone, Thok. Karok.
This is interesting, I guess.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So after the Mask of Time totally doesn't work at all. The Toa Nuva then decide.
What's happening? Why was he despawn? Oh, he was building him. I didn't know if that was a glitch or not.
He didn't follow the instructions.
No. I guess there's no boss this level.
Yeah. Rip.
That's a
Rip
shame.
Karok. So, after the Mask of Time totally doesn't work,
Yeah.
the Nuva then decide, oh hey, we have these masks that make our enemies, make people around us more powerful. Let's just use them on the Borak. And so the way they defeat the Borak Call is they overload them with so much energy that their own overpowered abilities defeat them. Like the one that controls gravity turns into a black hole, just then and there.
That's a bad thing.
It's not a good thing,
That's
but
really...
it just happens. It just happens.
I'm just thinking
There's one that has like vacuum powers. It's just like its own vacuum like sucks itself into space. It just sends itself flying into space. Just tons of shit like that happens suddenly because the Toa Nuva decided, oh yeah, we could do that. We could have done this the whole time.
Great.
And that's how they beat the Borak Call.
I'm so glad they did on their freaking ludicrous power trips and
Yeah.
What the hell? Really?
All right, all the Borak shenanigans took way longer than I thought it would, so I won't get into more of the 2003 stuff until next stream. It's like this is a lot of lore, a lot more lore than I
A
expected.
huge lore dump.
Huge lore dump.
Let's talk a little bit about the game. How's the controls feel? Is it tight and responsive?
It's very responsive. It's just,
I have a question. What are the things you can do? Can you jump?
No.
Or anything like that?
Only Kongu can jump, and only in specific areas.
Kongu. Okay, so again, there's the one guy who can walk up walls, one guy who can kind of jump a little bit on specific. What's green guy thing?
Green guy is the guy that jumps.
Damn it. Okay, what's Holly's thing?
Holly can walk on water.
Who's this psychokinesis? Who's the guy who builds?
The guy that builds, Huki, he builds things.
Nice. Who's the other guy? Red?
Red,
What's his thing?
he can walk on lava.
What's the other one?
Naparu, he can walk up walls.
What's the other one?
Matoro can do this.
That's the one. Can he not, like, there's no special something?
Nothing else is special about him.
Really?
He's basically useless.
Just snipes?
He just snipes. It does more damage when you use the scope, but Holly is much better at doing things at range because her move is a
Rapid
continuous
fire.
hitbox. Is a continuous hitbox.
Yes. Okay.
So Matoro is basically only useful for destroying specific silver things that only he can destroy with his sniper rifle.
Okay, there we go.
He's the only times he's useful ever.
There's some.
Even though he's the leader of this team, which annoys.
Wait a minute, he's the leader?
Yeah, Matoro
Not
is
the red one?
No, Matoro is the leader of the Toa Anika.
These are the Toa.
These are the Toa Anika. I didn't say that at all.
I
before.
didn't think so. That guy was a frickin' Star Wars droid. What are they called?
The Borak. They
Lily guy.
They are kind of like droidicas.
Droidica, there we go.
There's another name for droidicas. I don't remember what it is.
Droidica, I do know that one though, so yeah. I think you are right that there is another one.
There's like 2 names for them. It's stupid.
But I don't know. I was gonna say something. It's absolutely gone. When I said I don't know, I actually meant that. I don't know what's happening.
It's also really cool how you exclusively have projectiles, except for Kongu, and all of your enemies have hit stun. Hit scan weapons.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. I don't like it, and there's also no way to dodge because you just walk around.
It's not Dark Souls.
No, I mean like
They didn't invent Dark Souls yet.
they didn't invent like cover shooters yet.
It's probably for the best. This game would have been very odd if it was a cover shooter.
It would have been made more sense. It would have had actual gameplay maybe.
Would it though? I don't know. I'd feel
Maybe.
weird for Bionicle to be a cover shooter.
I don't know. If it had any like way to avoid taking damage, that would be cool.
Skill?
There is no skill in this game.
You're
You just
right.
press A.
That's fair. Yeah, I switched to water walkie. Never mind. It's fine.
The thing is about like certain obstacles is if it's required, you will always get the mask required to do it. So you don't. But if it's not required, then you just have to have that mask,
Yep, I like
and
I'm
that's
fine
the
with
entire
that.
puzzle.
I'm fine with that, having to like just hold on to something and be like,
Yeah, but you
don't know,
almost
so it's not
never
really
lose
fair.
your mask anyway because this game is so easy.
That's true. Also, why is there writings on the walls you can walk up?
Oh,
Why is there words on it?
I
or
don't
letters?
know. There's just letters on them.
I get that's just how they were like,
Let's
Let's
signify that you
describe-
can walk on
but
this.
it's weird. I go, what the heck is this?
A pipe.
I thought it was a tree.
Oh yeah, so this infuriates me. Huki is has the mask of accuracy.
Yes.
Really accurate.
Incredible. What's everyone's mask culminate to that?
Oh,
accuracy.
Jollar has the mask of fate.
Yes.
It basically just makes it so that if he has a destiny, he will see it through. It's really bullshit.
So that's he's locked into fate. Also, can you like switch to the guys when you say who the
Oh
thing
yeah,
is?
I am.
Yeah, okay,
I
good.
did that just now. Yeah,
I
this
just
is
didn't
Jollar.
know. I didn't know if that was Jollar.
Yeah, this is Jollar.
I like his name. Go on.
Yeah, Holly. Fuck, what's Holly's mask? Oh, Holly has like the mask of like.
Christmas.
Fuck, what's her mask? Oh, she can like communicate with spirits. That's her mask power.
Okay.
Something like that. I don't remember like what specifically that would be called.
Sure.
But she can communicate with like spirits and like see dead people. Which is useful because Matoro, right here, he has the mask of astral projection. So he can project himself as a ghost.
Out of his body. Okay.
Yeah.
And she could see it when he
Yes,
does.
exactly.
So
That's how
she
they find
knows-
out that that's his power.
She knows if he's creeping on her, because
Yes.
she's the only girl one. Mm-hmm. This is good. I like this.
Well, the blue Bionicles, which are the water Bionicles, are always girls.
Blue Onicles.
Blue Onicles. Kongu right here.
Yeah.
I already said he has the mask of telepathy.
Oh, that's right, he does.
Yeah, he does. He has the mask of telepathy, so he can know what you're thinking. Detection allows her to see unseen things. That's why she can see him, because he's astral projecting. Okay.
Oh my, gotcha. Makes sense.
Huki has the mask of accuracy, I said that. And then Naparu is the last one. He has the mask of flight.
Is the
Just flight. He's the Earth Toa.
What?
He's the mask of flight.
What?
Yeah,
Can he fly?
he can fly.
He can fly?
Not in this game, but he can fly.
Can fly?
He can fly.
Fly?
He can literally fly.
What do you mean?
No. You see, the best Liwa ever gets is the mask of levitation, which just lets you levitate. But he's an Earth Toa, and he can just straight up fly. It makes no sense.
That does not make any sense at all. That's freaking disgusting, the way he crawled. The way he just, like, skittered along the floor like a freaking spider in fast motion. Ugh. Disgusting. I don't like it. Ugh.
Yeah, that's all of these guys' mask powers. They never come into play in this game, because
Good.
none of this game has any lore-accurate
Do
things.
they normally have guns in the actual story? They have swords and...
They
yeah.
do have swords and guns.
Yeah,
they have
what-
gun swords. These specific ones have gun swords.
Okay.
And also Zamor launchers, which is unrelated, but
What's
also
a
a
Zamor?
launcher. They're,
Why would you want to launch it?
it's just like a sphere. It's a green sphere.
Is that the balls you were collecting?
Yeah, those are the balls I'm collecting.
You could Zamor launch them?
Not in the game. Only the bosses can do that. Only the Paraka can do that.
Neat.
And they don't even have Zamor, they just have Antidermis, which is like Protodermis, but the opposite. Like Antimatter, but Protodermis.
Sure. I'll believe it. I'll believe anything at this point. Thank goodness
Yeah.
you just
I mean-
basically add that hero mode. You only got rid of one thing. You only got rid of one set of things.
Yeah, have to do it again.
You
You know.
could have done both of them just as easily as one.
No, I have to make him again.
Doing one of those would have been even harder because you would have had to do it with precision instead of just blind, reckless, like...
Ah, he did it with precision. He did
Smacking.
it very precisely.
Yes, but that's more difficult than just, like, smashing them all at once. He's like, I'm precisely only going to take these ones. Why would he even do that? That was not very thoughtful.
Yeah, this is a boss fight. This is Kurok right here.
This is a boss fight.
Yeah, it's Kurok. The white rock sheep.
Yeah. At least that was fast. So wait, what's he? He's a rock sheep?
Yes, the rock she. I guess I'll just like.
Please do.
Yeah, because that's like the next thing chronologically. So after the Borak call, like the Matoran, like they have like lots of contests and stuff, Coley matches. It's basically just hockey, like three-way hockey, but with two people on each team.
I don't know what hockey. Oh, gotcha. Hockey.
Yeah, hockey, like the sport hockey.
I thought I was like thinking like H-A-C-K-A, or A, not A, but something like Japanese or something for some reason. Hockey.
Oh yeah, hockey. My
Hockey.
favorite thing from One Piece. My favorite One Piece power, of course.
You said I didn't
Hockey
even
is
process.
actually a power in
My
One Piece.
my head is so melted. I didn't even process hockey.
Yeah. So
Sorry, go on.
So, like, I guess it's like a month or a few months or so. So these two Matoran, Jala, one of them, and Takua, his best friend. Takua is the chronicler. What?
Cool, I've heard that name.
Yeah,
Go on, though.
his job is to basically like chronicle everything that happens on Madanui. Like he's the lore collector. Is his job.
When we're on Madanui.
No.
Not in game, sorry.
Oh yeah, we're on Madanui,
Yeah,
and
lore-wise.
he and Jala, who is Jalar, but earlier on
Yes,
when he was a Matoran.
Before the time skip.
Yes.
Yes.
They find this magical mask. It's called the mask. It's the Mask of Life. No, the Mask of Light, not the Mask of Life.
I was
The Mask
gonna
of
say,
Light is different.
Yeah,
So they find the Mask of Light.
Yeah.
And because they find this mask, the Turaga are like, dude, you found the Mask of Light. That means the 7th Toa is gonna show up. The Toa of Light. Obviously. So, the Turaga send Jala and Takua. Yes, this is now the plot of the first movie. So the Turaga send Jala and Takua on this quest to find the 7th Toa, the Toa of Light. So because Makuda's like, dude, you can't find the 7th Toa, he creates these beings known as the Rakshi, and gives them these things to control them called Shadow Leeches. No, not Shadow Leeches. Shadow Leeches are different. He gives them Krata, which are like these sort of like leech-like things that come from his body.
Sure.
Yes, because Makuda has a body, and he pulls these leeches from it. They're called Krata.
If he's pulling pieces of his
Oh, and the
off-
Krata are what infect the masks that were used to control all the Rahi before that.
for that one little
For
segment,
that
yeah.
one little stint that was the beginning of the story.
Yes. For those who remember the vague mention.
So he sends these 6 Rakshi. There's 6 of them.
I could read that one. That would make I could read Thok in that.
Yeah.
Neat. Sorry, go on though.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
That poor Fiku spider.
Fiku spider?
That's what those are called.
That's a terrible name. It's an awful name. Oh no, he's getting pulled in. What was happening?
I don't know. That cutscene confuses me a lot. A lot of the cutscenes confuse me a lot. Mostly the Zaktan ones. But that's like the last area, so that's gonna take a while before we get to that.
Nice.
So Makuta sends the Rakshi, his sons, the sons of Shadow,
Yeah.
his creations. He sends them after Takua and Jala while they're on their quest. And the Toa Nuva, they fight the Rakshi several times. At one point, one of the Rakshi, I don't remember which one it is. It's the green one. I don't remember his name, because I don't remember the Rakshi's names very well.
Average Willow, we're counting on you.
He probably knows the name.
Keep going.
He probably doesn't know the name. I know more of the names of the random enemies than he does.
He will Google,
He will Google
at
it.
the very least. I
Anyway,
have
so
faith.
he at one point poisons Tahu, and then Tahu turns evil for a short while, and then they heal him, and then he's not evil.
What do you mean you refuse? You can't do that. That's not allowed.
Yeah, so they heal Tahu. He's not evil anymore. It was only very shortly.
Very short-lived. Okay.
Yeah, very short-lived.
Is it?
It was like next scene. Yeah, ooh, Tahu's fixed. So eventually,
Amazing.
the Jala and Takua, after going on their adventure, many hijinks ensue.
Yeah.
Many Rakshi attack them and try to take the Mask of Life from them. They eventually find the altar. This altar. I forget what it's called. There's a name for it, but I don't know what it's called. I don't remember.
Find the bar. Go on.
And at this altar, all the Rakshi corner them. All 6 of them. They're like there, and then the Toa Nuva are like, dude, what the freak? And all the Toa Nuva manage to defeat all of the Rakshi.
Really?
But But one of the Rakshi manages to kill Jala in this process, in this fight.
Yeah, he is Jala at this point.
Yeah, he's still Jala at this point.
Okay, gotcha.
So
No, he's gonna kill the spider.
rip that spider.
No. He died as well.
And so because Jala has been killed,
Yes.
Takua is like, all right, I'm gonna put on the Mask of Life. I mean, the Mask of Light. God damn it.
Oh wait.
Puts on the Mask of Light and becomes Takanuva, the seventh Toa, Toa of Light.
Which was one already.
He was no. Takua his name is Takua. He becomes Takua Nuva, Takanuva, the
What was
Toa
he-
of Light.
What was
the
he
Toa of
before?
Light.
What was he?
He was
nothing
Takua.
before?
No, he was a Matoran, and now he turned into a Toa. I was just looking at the capture to play the game.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so he becomes the seventh Toa.
Why does he put it on though?
He's like, dude, you just killed him, and he puts it on.
So it's sort of like a give and take that they have 7.
So yeah, this whole journey that they were on was totally pointless because he was the seventh Toa the entire time.
Or anyone could have just put it on.
No, it was him. He was the one who's supposed to put it on because other people do put it on and it doesn't do anything. I think. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Gotcha.
So yeah, he becomes the seventh Toa, and then they take all the pieces from the Rakshi, and they create this vehicle, and he uses this vehicle to go into Makuta's lair, which is like conveniently right next to this altar that they just fought all the Rakshi on.
Nice.
So he uses this vehicle that is powered by the Krata and built out of the Rakshi's remains.
It's powered by Krata?
Yeah,
So it's an evil vehicle?
it's an evilly powerful vehicle that he controls. I don't fucking know.
I don't understand that either. But
This
go
is
on.
not explained in the movie at all, because the Krata are not explained in the movie at all.
Good. Great. Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, he goes into Makuta's lair, and then he fights Makuta by way of they play a Koli match. They play a Koli match, and the conclusion of this fight. The conclusion of this fight is Takua pushes Makuta into a pool of liquid protodermis.
That's cheating.
They both fall into it and fuse into I don't know his name, but they fuse into the Toa of Light and Shadows, because Makuta also has the Mask of Shadows. Just
Why isn't it dark? Why isn't it light and dark? Why is it shadows?
Light and Shadows.
Why not light and dark?
Takuta Nuva? Okay, that's probably his name. Oh fuck.
I'm just gonna say, I don't
Yeah.
remember what I was gonna say, damn it. I wanted to say something. Oh, I was gonna say, I don't think that's allowed in regular hockey.
No, it's not.
I think that counts as cheating.
Probably.
But go on.
But yeah,
Wait,
So-
if they're now the same person, then who wins? Who won the game? Who won the hockey?
Takanuva wins because his personality is more dominant than Makuta's for some fucking reason.
But if it's like the game, they're playing hockey though. Who won the game of hockey?
No,
They're now the
it's a
same
tie.
person though.
Fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
They both win. They win.
That's a. Go on. Oof. Oof. This has been a ride.
So then also during this fight, before they both fall into the pool of protodermis,
Yeah.
all of the Matoran and the Taraga and all the Toa Nuva show up. They just show up because the Toa Nuva were like, yeah, let's grab all of the Matoran and bring them here for some reason. I don't know what's. They just brought them there.
Sounds like an easy task. Okay then.
So then Takuta Nuva, the combination of Makuta and Takanuva, opens a big door so that all the Matoran can go through it. I don't remember what was specifically in this door or why it was important, but they go through the door, and the door crushes them.
That's sad.
Oh wait, no. Before. Wait, before all the Matoran go through the door, and the Takuta Nuva revives Jala. He just brings him back to life.
There's already life mask, though.
Yeah, that's a different mask.
But like, okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah, he brings him back to life using the Mask of Light and Shadows,
Yes.
which is not the power that it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brings him back to life. And then he opens the door. And then the door crushes Takuta Nuva. Only Takuta Nuva. He's the one that's killed.
I thought the Taurans were killed.
No, they got through the door just fine.
Okay, cool. Why is he killed by a door again?
But
Why does the door kill him
the
again?
door just... He's like struggling to hold the door open because it's very heavy. Something like that. And then it just crushes him. And then... all of the Taraka like pool their energy to bring back Takanuva. They bring him back to life then.
They bring the double?
They only bring Takanuva back to life. Makuta is just his entity is just somewhere else.
The names were similar, sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's very confusing. There's a lot of similar names.
I got confused.
Knowing the difference between Krika and Kreka is always very annoying.
What are you supposed to do as a god? Hero. There we go. That's the actual word.
Yeah, all the Taraga pool their energy and they bring Takanuva back to life, and it's all good.
I'm glad.
And that's how that ends.
That's good.
That's how all that ends.
Nice.
That's all of the first 3 years.
I'm glad it's over.
I don't want to explain the next part of the story
you. I'm
yet.
so glad.
I'm very exhausted.
I'm so
My
glad.
throat hurts. I haven't been drinking any water.
He's not
What time are we at?
thing.
4 hours
Yes.
total.
That's overall.
So I don't know what that means.
Because again, we ran over with the last segment and then we had the break. So who knows?
Should we do another level, or should we beat this area, or what? I don't know.
We can do. What level are we on of this?
That was the second level of this area.
Sure, we can do another level at least.
But then no, let's stop here because the boss of the next area is relevant to the story of the next year, and I think it makes sense to explain him with that year.
That's fair.
And also, my throat hurts a lot,
That's also fair.
like a lot.
So yeah, this was Yvain Part 2. I'm glad the two people could be around here to witness it.
One of them was me, the other was Average Willa.
I was also here, I guess. This is confusing.
There were
now.
3 people.
The true people were inside you. Inside
No, you
the
see,
hearts.
we fell into some protodermis and now we're fused.
That's pretty.
We're
neat.
one person.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well,
I'm very tired.
now we're one person, so I guess this is a good place to leave off.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for watching.
We love you.